Back in 2020, I did RWBY-A-Thon. That is where I reviewed the first 8 volumes of RWBY. However, things have changed since my last review. RWBY has gotten bigger in popularity. Not only are we going to see the long-awaited 9th volume, but there's also going to be a crossover film with the Justice League. And the one I'm going to be talking about today, the anime series, RWBY-Ice Queendom. This is something very special. Seeing how RWBY has imitated the anime style, it is appropriate that it gets its own anime adaptation, with big names attached to it nonetheless. And I'm going to be looking what they did well, what they did wrong, and all the in-between. And when we come to the last episode, I will give you my opinions on the show as a whole. In terms of structure, I'll probably do one episode on its own, and multiple episodes in one video. Once again, these videos will come out on their own time. And it's okay if you agree or disagree with everything I say. Without further ado, let's begin RWBY-A-Thon Season 2, the Ice Queen Edition. Let's do this. Before we start the review, I have a confession to make. I'm not a fan of Gen Urobuchi. Not to say he's a bad writer or anything, but the only notable thing I saw from him was the Godzilla anime trilogy. And if you've been in the Godzilla fandom, you would know that these films have a reputation of possibly being the worst Godzilla movies of the franchise. And trust me, that's saying a lot! But then again, I watched Gargantia, and that was alright. I was also not thrilled to see that the animation studio was Shaft. Mainly because the only thing I watched from them was Fireworks. Which was not a very good movie. But it was animated nice. So yeah, I was a little bit worried, but I was also enthusiastic for Ice Queendom. But were they warranted? Well, let's start with the first episode. We once again start off with a narrated backstory on how humanity was terrorized by the Grimm, but found a way to fight back with an element called dust. Cut to present day, and Yang has graduated from Signal Academy and is being enrolled at Beacon Academy. Her younger sister Ruby is a little jealous, but still happy for her older sister. We also have a recreation of the black and white trailers, with Weiss fighting that giant suit of armor, and Blake and Adam hijacking the train. This of course leads up to the fateful night where Ruby fights Torchwick, which leads up to her getting enrolled at Beacon as well. Let's first talk about the animation, which I'm kinda mixed at. I really like that the backgrounds have a lot more detail and lighting to them. Stuff like that makes the world feel a lot more alive. I also like that the action scenes do translate well to the new animation style. However, there are some drawbacks. One of them is the character designs. I mean, they do look like the original characters, but they're drawn with these big, expressionless eyes. It's quite a testament that there was more life in the characters' eyes in the original RWBY compared to their larger budget remake. Sometimes the characters are given a little too much detail, which makes them hard to look at in some shots. There's another problem to the animation, but I'll save the discussion for the next video. But on the one hand, you do get used to it after a while. Okay, let's talk about the good stuff. I really like that they expand upon what was previously established in the original RWBY. We get to see what Blake did after she left Adam, we have more context of why Weiss was fighting that suit of armor, and we get to know why Ruby was in that shop to begin with. I really like the scene where Tai Yang says goodbye to his daughters before they leave for Beacon. It's kind of bittersweet. Despite the problems I have, I still highly recommend this episode. Hell, even more than the original first episode. I mean, the first episode of Volume 1 is okay, and it gets the job done, but if I had to pick one or the other, I'd pick this one. It has more character development and feels more fleshed out. For the fans, it's still a good companion piece to the original. Things are looking good so far, but we're only getting started. Let's see where this world of revolution takes us.